So we are all good with everything. Everything's set in place. The green stuff is set hard. I am happy with the paint job on the Nexu. I figured it's like he's prowling in an active jungle. So we are going to use an older paintbrush yet again. An older paintbrush, an older, thicker paintbrush, I think is probably going to be the best bet. This one will do. Just so I can get in there, and then I've got this one for getting in between the legs and such. So, I'm going to pitch down a bit. So, excuse the poor posture. I realise I am doing poor posture right now because I've slumped down a bit so you can see my beautiful face. And we are, we are using the technical Astrogranite. Astrogranite, yes. And it's a granite for Astros. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, okay. Try again. There we are. There we go. Looks like porridge. Looks like porridge. So we are going to liberally, when I say liberally, I mean liberally, spread this on here. And to the point where I want to be filling in any perfectly round spots like on this. Yeah, so perfectly round patches. I'm aiming to slather this on. It has this very gloopy, stony texture to it. It has this aggregate kind of finish. Very slovenly pasting this around, and I may do a spot of puddle. Trying to be very delicate where I place this stuff underneath the Nexu, simply because I want the creature to have no disorientable attributes, too much grit applied to it, so to speak. is some true grit to it. Gritting of the teeth. No. Kind of, yeah. I am being very, I'm just camera awkward right now. I'm not a very shy person by nature. Well, I'll try not to be. I am actually very shy. Very shy. If you come and talk to me in the street, I will hide behind my partner's legs. No, not really. Don't know why I said that really. She has lovely legs though. So that will be setting. I'm gonna do this second. Just smushing the brush against there. And what that will also do is also will help set any not quite happy with that. It'll set any feature pieces in place as well. So it should dry nicely. I'm just going to squidge that down into place. Let's switch that into there. So basically, it is an aggregate solution. Has bits of grit, sand, texture in amongst the paint. So you have to, for the moment, imagine this, all this grey sludge painted green, greens and yellows to match the fauna. So I'm gonna, while I'm doing that, I'm going to paint the plants. Yes, I'm going to paint the plants. So I've got this croak green here. Actually, this luminous. I'm going to do this luminous, I think. So this yellow stuff pops. I don't mean like pops like a balloon, I mean it will set any loose bits in place as well. So as the alcohol paint dries, it will should in theory make all this stand out. Some of you might be saying, why haven't you put any mushrooms on there? I don't have any mushrooms to place at this moment. Like fake mushrooms to place on there. So while this is setting in on there, I am now going to get this orange to paint the petals on this flower. So Yep. Let me do the petals on this flower. Again, it will set them hard in place. Make them firm. Stand out. Is this orange or is this Casandora? It says Casandora yellow. It's not orange. Actually, it goes on orange. But I didn't lie, I just didn't think what I was saying. Pink, pink. Just doing this kind of like natural look to there's a bit more of a natural petal effect. Yes. Kind of vibe. I'm vibing with it very nicely. So let that dry. Let that dry. Let it dry. And then what I'm going to go over with is, while that's setting in place and drying, getting dry. It needs moisturiser. No, it doesn't need moisturiser. I'm watching too much Greg Johnson making. I'm going to put some clear gloss dabs on some of the little white globules that are on this leaf. So they kind of stay in place. It kind of looks like this should be a lava egg type thing. And also we'll set them in place as well. So if I do little globules of water like gloss on the tips of these leaves. It kind of gives this little, hopefully, well, in my mind anyway, this sense of dewdrops, water, rain. Also painting these petals gives them a sense of solidity as well. Also set them in place. So and also put in a little bit of moisture on the teeth and inside the mouth of the Nexu beast. Adds to the realism, I find, of yeah. And one thing I will say is have this open. Don't inhale too much. It might have some adverse effects. I'm not weird, you're weird. Anyway, so yes, this is all going to set nicely. I'm happy with how this has turned out. Just a bit, possibly, maybe. This is going to take about 24 hours to dry properly. The aggregate is going to dry like stone effect within theory. And I'll know if I need to go over any of it again. But yeah. So I'll be returning to finish these bits off, or I may paint it off camera. I don't know. I may paint it off camera to save memory space on the camera. Anyway, see you in a second. Greetings, welcome to the Hobby Forge. So we are going to be doing a mini painting. If you watched the previous video, which was the unboxing of this gorgeous creature from the Highland Gaming, I'm very, very pleased to say this is also kind of, even though did you see that? It landed on my lap. You know, this beautiful creature, I paid for this one's about £13, £13.79, something like that, for just this one. And they sent me this little cool freebie and 2 miniature versions of the big dude. So one of these is getting donated to a gaming space a friend of mine's running. So one is going to get painted up and donated to a gaming space. The other, as soon as this channel hits 100 subscribers, some lucky person, if they so wish to have it, this is going to remain unpainted until then. You know what I mean? Unpainted. So I will run a competition. Now, because, again, this is a small channel, obviously 100 subscribers isn't going to be paying me any wages on this channel. For YouTube, I need to be at least 500 subscribers. If we get 500 subscribers, then obviously I'll look a bit further afield on when I can send this. But yeah, I'm not giving a deadline. It can be up to a year, it could be 2 years, however long it takes to get 100 subscribers on this channel. You alright? What was that? Okay. You heard that, right? I think. So, yeah. One lucky subscriber entering the competition. If we're 100 subscribers when the competition happens, if as long as you live in the UK or in a country where it is feasible for me to send this guy via airmail at a reasonable price. Unfortunately, America and Canada and Australia are going to be out for this one, and so is France. Actually, no, I think Australia is pretty decent. I think these is Australia as well. I'm not too sure about Canada. I would need to check. But unfortunately, it'll only be really classically open to the UK because it'd be the cheapest way for me to get this shipped. But the winner, like I said, it's a small channel. I've got family to support, so it's got to be affordable. The shipping's got to be affordable, but I will pay for the shipping, and you get a free mini. But unless you have an exact idea on how you want to paint it, I will paint it for you. I will put it in the bubble wrap box. I use bubble wrap box. Make sure it's as protected as possible, and I will ship it off to you through Royal Mail. 9 times out of 10, so there's a bit of fluff on that. 9 times out of 10 when I am receiving stuff from Royal Mail, it comes intact and all together. You can see there's a lot of things on this guy to snap off. As is, there's a lot of things to snap off on this guy. Big important things also on this guy, delivered to me via Royal Mail. That little rod thing on the head was not attached. I don't think his hand was attached either, to be honest. That came intact. No damage. Had a few supports that I had to trim off, but yeah. So yeah, he came intact. This guy came fully intact. You know, I've had some stuff, most of the stuff from Every is intact, but Every tends to take a long time to send stuff. If they have a delivery date, even if your local depot, your local depot has your parcel, they will not give it to you until the date stated. Or unless it's an urgent mail. This guy also survived Royal Mail. Generally, most of the stuff I've got, unless it's made from a really bad like 3D print material, if it's broken, it's either through my fault or clumsy players, basically. But yeah, and I've received dragons and all sorts, like big sawed off dragons. So yeah, so Highland Gaming, their thing is a little scorpion on their boxes. I'll show the box down here actually. I should know because I received the box today. Highland Gaming Minis. That's their logo right there. Highland Gaming Minis. So it's also an advertisement as well for them. The link will be down below, along with the usual viewing suggestions. So, I'm not going to diorama this, because to me he looks like a desert creature. It reminds me of a thorny devil lizard. So I'm going to get him I'm going to get him base coated. Don't need trimmers. It kind of reminds me of like a cross between trying to take thorny lizard and a rancor kind of deal. But yeah, let's get this guy painted up and yeah. And if you feel inclined before the video ends, feel free to click on that subscribe button. Thank you very much. going to be a 2-day build paint again. What I'm going to do is come up again in about an hour or so as that's starting to dry, and try and put some footprints in there like it's sand. Like it's a creature just rummaging through the sand. Obviously the sand is going to be red, like an orangish red. I'm probably going to paint over in like in the highlighter orange, and then fill it in with the Cassandora yellow, the Freegan orange, and the, can't believe I've lost it again, Berserker Bloodshade, just to get the texture of the sand, give it that kind of like Korobani kind of texture. Obviously with a red back like that, is not going to be blending in to the sand on Tatooine. I mean, for the purpose of the game, until I can give my players a thing, I could do a Tatooine version and have it smaller, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to go with that one, I don't know. I may paint this guy off camera, just as a nice little quick doodad, because there's a lot of spikes on it, a lot of spikes. So while he's drying and setting, I'm going to stop there, edit the footage for the painting of the Thorny Devil creature thing, and also the intro, and then I'm going to get this one painted as well. So it's all to save space on my phone. So if I condense it down, sped up footage, the reason why I like to do sped up footage, it means I could do more when I'm doing my talking stuff. I'm not getting bugged by my camera saying you're running out of memory. So condense it down into short footage, add some music to it. It takes up less memory space on my phone. Delete the older footage, and then I've got the condensed footage on that, and it takes up less space. I'm going to get this guy painted off camera, and yeah. I may do a little thing for a short, I don't know, for it. I don't know, not 100% sure. I'm going to leave him to get dry over here. I actually may do a short for him, I don't know. I don't know. I may do a short and do a. I've got an idea for a short. Don't worry. You'll know it when you see it. Don't worry. So be finishing that guy tomorrow. For you, it'll be a few seconds. For me, it'll be a whole night. A whole night and a good portion of the day. So. See you in 10 seconds. Obviously, this t-shirt will change, so you'll know. It's not as warm in the UK at the minute today. As you can tell, I am not as shiny as I was in the last video. Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled next bit, and keep your eyes peeled for the short. The short will probably get dropped before this video. So the time of me recording this, the short's probably gone up. So I did a thing off camera. I didn't mean to, but hey. So what I've done is I've used the Berserk Bloodshade over the orange to get this very kind of like, not quite lava, kind of like red, deep red rock kind of vibe. And I've touched up some of the claws. Now some of you might say, well, why are the claws partially buried? For a reason. It's going to be patches of actual sand, and the creature's going to be it's going to go around parts of the feet and stuff like that, and it's also digging. It's pushing its claws into the ground actively, as it's shown on the front paw there. And it's the reason why I've done the ground a bit dishevelled, as if it's trying to go charging, as if it's charging at its prey or some other poor feckless creature. Anyway, so there he is. We all know what he's called because the title will be in the title will be on the thing that you click on to select the video. The thumbnail, that's it, the thumbnail. It'll be on, the title will be down below and it'll also be on the thumbnail as well. It's been a long day, it's warm. So yeah. And if you want, I'd have a shot of the painting process of this guy here, and I modelled him next to the more larger scale version of Audrey there, Audrey 2. So if you want to go check that out, yeah, I think Korobani Thorny Devil or something, I don't know, but he's going to be a resident of Koroban for the campaign. So yes, a beast of Koroban, amongst other things. So yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, click on those suggested view links down below, whether it's Greg Johnson Making, Adam Savage Tested, or Copperhead Blues, or Low Key Bassist, or all four if you really want to. You can go subscribe to Low Key Bassist and Copperhead Blues if those are your jam. If not, subscribe to this channel, or maybe you'll subscribe to all of them. Who knows? Just remember, stay creative, keep being awesome, and you might get some kind of suggestion from YouTube around here somewhere. Possibly here, maybe here, in the vicinity kind of place. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay creative, peace out.